We may have given cars a lot more attention if things in our world had turned out a little differently, like how the oil crises of the 1970s never truly got better, and perhaps as a result, Tesla-like vehicles would have appeared much sooner. However, there were a couple of cars from the 1970s that closely resembled the structure of the EV giant of the 21st century, Tesla, the most notable being the Globe Union Endura. So what exactly is the Endura? Also, when did the first ever EV come out and how much is it selling for now? Let's take a look. First up, picture this. The Tesla Model S made in 1978? What would it have looked like? This 1978 electric vehicle prototype is far more similar to the original Tesla Model S than it may appear. The Globe Union Endura's history began during the 1970s oil crisis. Globe Union, a car battery manufacturer from 1911, understood the need for an electric car. The business created the Endura from the ground up using its expertise in battery technology. The huge family vehicle was then unveiled in 1978. 20 lead-acid electric car batteries set on an aluminum frame and roller sub-assembly tray made up Globe Electric Union's solution. Additionally, the rear wheels were driven by 20 horsepower, 120-volt electric motor fueled by those batteries. Along with this already impressive, unique makeup, the Endura had a top speed of 60 miles per hour, which of course is not very fast in comparison to what we know today, but for the time, this was huge. But it appeared the general public didn't agree. Globe Union actually went to great measures to emphasize that not everyone was a good fit for electric vehicles. One of the downfalls, recharging remained a time-consuming process both then and now. The Endura's onboard charger used a 110-volt 30-amp circuit that would take approximately 14 to 16 hours to fully recharge a drained battery pack, according to a Globe Union claim. Nonetheless, the Endura's feature list includes keyless entry, automatic high beams, and a touchscreen with a graphical user interface similar to the app-rich environment of modern systems. In 1978, you have to admit, this is pretty legendary for the time. It's just shame that the public wasn't yet behind electric vehicles. They were definitely ahead of their time for sure. Speaking of early electric vehicles, something exciting is happening with the first ever made. But what? Let's take a look. The General Motors EV1 from the late 1990s and even the Tesla of today are far more recent examples of electric vehicles. In reality, electric vehicles predated those by some time, and similarly, inventors have never stopped trying to make them practical for use on public roads and profitable as a business venture. So when did the first real electric vehicle come to be? Well, it all began when General Motors chose not to follow the Electrovaya Electrovet path of converting an existing model in response to a 1996 California law requiring automakers to offer a modest percentage of zero-emission vehicles. Only electric automobiles met the criterion. While other automakers did exactly that, producing models like the Toyota RAV4 EV, GM went all out utilizing every piece of available technology to dominate the market with its design. The GM EV1, which they produced, had all the newest technology except for its dependency on lead-acid batteries. After GM splurged on alloy and magnesium parts, an induction charging system, and seriously sophisticated electronics to control the efficient AC motor, this maintained costs within reason, especially for the time. The inverter, which converted DC battery power to AC for the motor's operation and AC back to DC for the battery's regeneration mode recharge, required a lot of work, but they seemed to accomplish it well. Also, the EV1 was a compact two-seater to maximize performance, yet it debuted in a market dominated by enormous SUVs, which most likely didn't help its sales. And except for devout EV believers, no one else really turned their head for this car. Between 1996 and 2003, about 800 were leased in Los Angeles, Tucson, and Phoenix. In total, GM spent close to $1 billion on the EV1, a commercial failure by any standard. It's so unfortunate because the American giant would have been at least a decade ahead of the electric car curve had it continued to work on the EV1. Elon Musk and Tesla may not even exist today if they had continued and stuck with their idea. Even more, Musk claimed that the decision by GM to end its electric vehicle program was why he founded Tesla in 2017. But why are we talking about the first ever EV? Well, it is now going up for sale. In 4 separate locations in California and Arizona, the world's first contemporary electric vehicle will soon be available for purchase at startling costs. The 5th generation information, General Motors EV1, which is based on the 1990 Impact show car, will cost $44,000 or almost 3 times as much as a comparable petrol-powered model. Buyers will be provided with state and local rebates and energy tax credits, bringing the translated price on which the monthly leasing payment is based down to around $35,000. Next up is Tesla losing their top spot in the electric vehicle market. According to recent findings, Tesla's market dominance in the U.S. electric car market is rapidly declining. While Tesla continues to dominate the market with a pretty good market share of 65% of new EV sales, that's down from 79% in 2020 and may fall below 20% by 2025. Ouch! That would be a huge hit for Musk. The gradual introduction of EVs in a more accessible price range around $50K, where Tesla does not now compete, is to blame for Tesla's falling dominance. Currently, EVs are usually bought at higher price ranges, mainly because the luxury EV brand continues to rule the market. 340,000 of the more than 525,000 EVs purchased in the first 9 months of this year were manufactured by Tesla, and the other EVs distributed among 46 different manufacturers. However, the survey predicts that Tesla's market share will decline as newer, cheaper options become available. And sadly, according to the analysis, by the end of the year 2025, there will be 159 battery electric nameplates, up from the present 48 at a rate that Tesla just won't be able to match. Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla, stated on a recent earnings call that the company is striving to keep up with market growth and is working towards a lower-priced model, but when this will launch still needs to be clarified, and with all the lower-cost EVs coming out, they may not be able to keep up. So who is Tesla's main competition? Hyundai, Kia, Volkswagen, Ford, Chevrolet, and Nissan are some of the rivals with lower pricing points. Mercedes-Benz, BMW, Audi, Polestar, Lucid, and Rivian are a few growing competitors in the luxury and affordable EV market. For Tesla, in particular, such luxury EVs will provide a major hurdle. The Chevrolet Bolt and Bolt EUV, the Hyundai Ioniq 5, the Kia EV6, and Volkswagen ID4 and the Nissan Leaf are in 6th through 10th place, respectively, and they only continue to rise in popularity. Now, as of right now, Tesla is in first place, but how long will this last is the big question. And lastly, what is going on with Tesla semi-truck? Very recently, only 3 years after the electric vehicle giant initially hinted large electric semi-trucks might be available, Tesla plans to deliver them to customer PepsiCo. The businesses said in a tweet that it will broadcast the delivery live through Twitter in a cryptic event that appears to be fulfilling an October commitment to deliver the trucks to its first clients by December 1. The Semi, which was previously scheduled to be released all the way back in 2019, would mark Tesla's first new model to reach customers since the company started shipping its Model Y crossover in early 2020. Now, it's fair to say that COVID halted the production, hitting the company hard just like various other big companies, but it all began in 2017 when Tesla was having trouble mass-producing its Model 3 sedan. The company's CEO unveiled the idea for an electric truck, stating it would go 500 miles on a single charge and cost less to operate than its diesel rivals. Now, 5 years after the announcement and 3 years behind schedule, we'll likely finally learn how these claim specifications perform in practice. And 2 months ago, Tesla's Nevada Gigafactory started low-level semi-production. Furthermore, PepsiCo anticipates receiving the Tesla trucks very soon at 2 of its facilities in California. Tesla CEO Elon Musk stated on the company's most recent earnings call that by 2024, 50,000 semi-trucks would be produced for North America. However, if all those Tesla semis come to pass, they will be entering a market ready for electrification. And it should also be noted this announcement came right after President Biden in August signed legislation into law establishing a new tax credit of up to $40K for commercial electric vehicles beginning in 2023, among other incentives. Tesla is now planning to deliver its Semi. So what do you think of these trucks? Will they be a hit or a flop? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Well, unfortunately, guys, that is all the time we have for today. Make sure to drop us a like and subscribe to this channel. And as always, thanks for watching.